Hi there guys, welcome back to another weekly review here with me. This week's a real important video, well not an important video, a really exciting video. I'm out here today on a beautiful sunny day here at Downtown Golf. Of course, it's looking awesome. We have just the Holotana greens, but I've got to say with the weather, and it's going to look good for us. Sorry if I'm squinting, the sun is right in my eyes. Today we're going to be comparing finally the G400 versus the G410. Now I've got my G400 in there, so you can see the purple paint. That's a custom job there. I've got my G80 set up, my Garmin. We're going to hit 3 drives each with Pro V1Xs, then compare it to the G410, have a little talk about it and see how we get on. So every shot I'm going to tell you my distance, my carry, my smash. So let's have a go with the first one. First swing, that's the first swing in about a week. Strike felt really good, of course, a lot better than I think. But as you're looking there, I've got a carry, an estimated carry of 282. The smash was 1.43, so a pretty good strike. Tempo, 3.4. And carry with roll is 313. So I don't know whether you can see that on camera, but you know, pretty happy with the first swing. I mean, lovely ball flight, high with a little fade. I mean, like I said, with this driver, I love this driver. It's got to be the best driver I've ever had. But like I said, we've got 3 attempts with this yet, so let's see if we can give a challenge to the 410 and see if we can get it to outdrive. I mean, I've already said if I don't gain 20 yards with the 410, I'm not going to be looking at changing. This driver is so nice to hit, so easy. Like I said, let's have another go. Pull there. So I've increased everything there with a bit more of a carry at 287. Carry and roll, no, I don't want to end, at 318. Club head speed was 114 again. Ball speed 166. Smash factor 1.45, so even a better strike apparently. And the tempo was 3.2. I mean, I'm going to show you on that one again. I mean, like I said, with this drive, I mean, like I said, I'm not sure if you've seen that. Personally, I didn't like that. Bit pulley for me, but it's still going pretty well. You know, one more with the G400. Hopefully, maybe we can get a decent strike with this one. That is the sort of drive I'm looking for right there. High, with a little fade, and I mean, apparently this one topped it all. So, continue that. Right now, sorry, you can see my ugly face right now. So we've got an estimated carry here of 303, estimated carry roll 336, club speed of 115, so the quickest one I've done. Ball speed of 172, but that's because the smash factor was 149. Now, there is all the stats, hopefully you've seen that again. Now we're going to go with the 410. Now, the 400, I must admit, probably is my favourite driver. I mean, it's a fantastic feeling club, fantastic driver to feel. I mean, you know the feeling when you get a driver, you stand there and you just want to hit it as hard as you want, because you know no matter what, it's going to go down the middle. This is this club for me. When the 410 came out, I was a bit, you know, oh, that's interesting to see. So I'm really looking forward to hitting this. Now, we're not going to talk about the ins and outs of the 410 until after we hit it. We're going to see how it compares. So of course, what my longest drive was 336. So, I mean, that's pretty big for me and I'm quite happy with that. So we're going to get the G410 and have a look at it. Right then guys, here we have the G410. I mean, before we hit it, I'm going to give a quick look at it. Hopefully you can see that. Really nice looking driver, 455 cc driver head. I must admit, when I saw the pictures, I thought it was bigger than the 400, but size-wise, it is a little, but nothing that you could really spot the difference of. So like I said, I'm not going to talk about the thing The only thing I'm going to say is about the movable weight. You can just see on the track there. I've got it set to draw because I'm a natural fader. I've got it 3 drives here. Like I said, my longest drive was 336. And yeah, this is my first ever time hitting this club, so excuse me if it's not great. Well, for a bad strike, I must admit, now, a strike to go, I was not happy. Let's use the train. A strike to go, wasn't happy with that one. Half the face to the right, a little bit toey. But it's saying here that my estimated carry was 280 with roll 311. I mean, you probably heard I hit a tree, so wouldn't have gone that far. Clubber speed of, ball speed, sorry, 163. Clubber speed of 114. Smash was, apparently the strike was okay. Tempo was 3.1, 3.2. I mean, feeling wise, it is a nice field drive. I mean, that was probably first swing, jitters, you know, not going to get much. Plus, I'm not going to take much on this one. But let's have a look at the next one. Let's see if I can actually hit a cracker on this one. I don't know whether it's because I'm set to a draw, so it's getting my hands a bit quicker through. I don't know, but we're going to have a go to see if this one will go. Oh, hello. Right then, this is an interesting one. So, I mean, this is just on the thing. I'm not making this up. So my estimated carry was 306. My estimated carry with roll was 340. Clubber speed of 114. So, you know, it hasn't changed. I haven't got any faster than the G400. My ball speed was 173 miles an hour. Smash was 1.51, probably one of the best strikes of the day. Tempo 3.2. And I mean, the flight was just like a jet engine. Low, rose up, and I mean, it's gone straight as an arrow. So I've got to say, with that one, if that's how I'm going to hit these now, I mean, whether it's just a fluke, but we're going to have one more go. We can talk about it. So far, the G400 has outdriven my G400. Oh, can't get on the tee. And let's see what this one does, but let's have one good go. Wow, that one not as good as the last one, but you know, still went straight, pretty much straight as an arrow. No draw or anything to it. Well, maybe a little draw. It's saying there my club head speed was 115, so a bit quicker this time. Ball speed of 166, smash factor 1.45, so not as good as the last strike, but it's understandable. Tempo 3.12, but not too worried about that. Estimated carry with roll was 320. Estimated carry 288. So I mean, as comparing the two, I mean, the 410 definitely, well, I'll quickly show you this, I'm not making that up. There you go, so there's that one for you. I mean, the 400 feels great. This feels lovely, I have to say. I mean, I have to say that I don't have the right grip on this one. I play with mid-size grips, this is box standard, so a little bit unfair there, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference. But I mean, as a golf club, as a club, it feels really nice through the ball. You know, the strike, the sound's really good. I mean, the first one was a bit dodgy, went to the left side near those trees, right over there. But I mean, it wasn't a hook, it was more a pull. The other two, beautiful flights, low with a high stretch at the end, so would have travelled. And I mean, the distance, yeah, okay. With the best strike, I gained a good, well, from what the Garmin's saying, a good 20 yards, which, you know, I did say if I don't get 20 yards, I'm not going to change it. So far, I really like this. So, I mean, it could be a moving, but we'll wait and see. I mean, right now I'm going to maybe go get another ball and have one more hit with this, and yeah, let's go and do that, I think. Right then, guys, I've got one ball now. I'm not going to put the G410 on. I'm just going to hit this without any worries, without anything, and just for a field test, really. No overthinking it. Got wide open fairway and the G410. Now, we're going to talk about tech before hitting it. They've changed a little bit this compared to last year's G400. First of all, I'm going to talk about look and style. The dragonfly effect that they have always on to a G400, or the G range, sorry, everything's I think G30, it's now integrated, so it's now underneath the club, which, you know, I'm not sure what that does really, to be honest, but it should create less drag, more aerodynamic head straight away. And the fast roll face, so should be a much more forgiving face. This is pretty much the same face they had in the G400 Max of last year, so really good face. And the 400 Max was a good driver for people who struggle with the drive in their hand, but definitely a more forgiving face. But the biggest change of all is that weight. Now, like I said, I've got mine set to a draw here, but you've got fade and neutral. I mean, this is Barry's driver, he had it to neutral, so I'm going to set it there. I mean, and same again, as always, you've got the head adjusting. But those really, I mean, the weight is the biggest thing. I mean, I know I've had a few members come and speak to us about it and gone, I don't really like that idea, I don't really know why they've done it. I mean, they wouldn't have done it unless it was going to improve the game. So, like I said, I've got a ball set up here, set to draw. Let's see if I can get one last corker to finish this video with. Not like that. Oh dear. Right off the toe. Not the way I want to end this video, but I have to say, still pretty good drive. I mean, I must admit, I do like this drive. Whether I would change that back to neutral would probably be the option. I mean, so far my bad shots have been a draw to the left, which around here is not the end of the world, but to be honest, around other places probably would be. But other than that, really, guys, I mean, out of the two, if I had to pick one, I mean, it would still be my 400. I mean, not because, mainly because I haven't hit this one enough. Don't get me wrong, this felt good, it looks good. Would I upgrade? Maybe. I mean, contradicts myself there. But the 400 to me is just what it is. It's such a good driver. It's all reliable, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a lovely, lovely driver, but would I upgrade? Maybe if I hit this in a range 100 times a day and it goes proper. But at the moment, I don't think I am going to change. So guys, I hope that really was helpful. I mean, sorry if the audio and stuff was a bit quiet. I'm going to try and edit that and get it up high for you. Beautiful day here, the sun was shining, hitting all those golf balls, great fun here. Please like and subscribe down below, and as Barry always says, keep swinging.